Hello, everyone. Welcome to Creativity with Jennifer. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator coming to you live from Lexington, South Carolina. Welcome, everyone. I am going to give everybody just a moment to get on. I am running just a tad behind, but I am here. This is going to be my monthly online card class. So the projects that we're doing tonight, you will be able to get for free when you place a minimum $40 order between now and September the 12th. So once you place your order, then you will get this class for free. Nothing like free, right? All right, I'm getting everything set up. I am trying to get my desktop working, as well as I had to get the links in the video so you can do what you need to do. This card, the stamp set that I am using today is going to be the projects that are the, the stamp set that we will be using in my Creativity Club. Now, what is Creativity Club, you ask? Creativity Club is a monthly subscription. It is a $45 subscription that you get 4 to 5 projects pre-cut. You make 2 of each card. Then you get about $20 to $25 in free product. And I send it directly to your house, and you will have step-by-step instructions to make the projects. And then you can cancel it at any time, hassle-free, no charges or anything like that if you chose to cancel. So that I would love for you to join Creativity Club. I am actually putting the link in the video now, so you will have that, as well as the other upcoming information that is happening. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining me. I am just getting all the links in here real quick so we can get started doing the let's see, craft along. I hope everyone has had a great day. I am almost there, guys, almost. For some reason it was not letting me do this part on my phone when I was putting all the description stuff in there. So give me 1 second, because I want to make sure everybody is good to go before we get started with our projects. Also, don't forget, we have our craft along going on at this time. You can order up until September the 17th. I did a presentation on that this morning with the coffee and card. So go grab that video for that information, for those details as well. All right, I think this is the last one I got to do. Let's see. There we go. And we got that one there to do. Okay. So I am excited to share the projects with you. I am getting ready to flip the camera down. I am just giving everybody a few more minutes. There's been some lag time in getting connected, and so I am just trying to stall just a moment so everybody can catch all the good stuff at one time. All right, there we go. All right, guys, I have got all the links in the video now. It is all updated, so all the links to Creativity Club is in there. You are welcome to join that by the 15th of the month in order to get it. And I'm going to share just a few of the things that you will get. All right. Let me turn the sound down. There we go. We got it now. I'm going to share with you just a few things that you will get in Creativity Club, and then we will get started with our projects for today. All right, so we're going to move this around, and then we're going to turn our camera. Give me 1 second. There we go. Get you all set up here. Oh, come on. Why ain't you holding my phone? All right. Let's see how that looks in the video. All right. So, in Club, you are going to receive the paper that we are using. It is called Gather Together, and that is some of the projects that I am going to be sharing tonight is the Gather Together set. All right, let's see. Let's get our front and backs here. So here is part of the DSP. So whenever you get this, you're going to get a half a pack of this paper. You will not get the full pack. So here is the front and back of this one. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but this paper has gold. There we go. There. It's got gold in those leaves. It is so gorgeous. I am in love with this. All right. So these I've used a good bit of. Oh, here's. So this is a front and a back, okay? But you remember you will get a 6x6 of this. All right, so I shared that one already. Okay, so this is a front side, and then this is the back side. And again, it's got all the gold shimmer in it. Just very beautiful paper line. And then of course we got our plaid, and then on the back side of it, it is also like a beige and gold in it as well. Hello, Kathy. So that is what you will get. You will also get you get about $20 to $25 in free product. So you will also be getting a pack of the Cajun Craze and Gold Dots, as well as our linen thread. This is the Early Espresso and Old Olive linen thread that you will also get in the Creativity Club. Okay, so I will actually have projects to share with you this weekend because I have got to design all the projects. So tonight we are going to be using the Gather Moments. This is a online exclusive bundle, and let me get our dies out so you can see our dies. These are our gorgeous dies. I've got to get these put on their magnet sheet. I have not done that yet. But this is going to be also feature, this is the bundle that we are using for Creativity Club, as well as the monthly online card class. I also use this in my in-person card class as well. So these are the dies, and this is the stamp set that goes with it. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And again, this is a online exclusive item. All right, so with that, that is the part we will be using. We're also going to be using some Christmas dies. It is called Peace on Earth dies, and I am using this die out of this bundle tonight. But this is the doves as well as the leaves, and it's actually got 2 frames in here, but we're going to be using this one tonight. And then this bundle is coming at a later date. stay tuned on that one. And then at the very end, I'm going to share some of the card swaps that I've gotten this week from the mini catalog, sharing some swaps with you from the group that I was involved in. I am involved in a group that was 70 demonstrators that did card swaps, and we all did 21 cards, and the coordinator then took those and split up all 70 cards into 21 and then mailed them all back out to us. So I'm going to share some of those cards with you at the very end. We have 3 cards to do for a monthly online card class, and then I will share that with you at the end. Hello, Debbie. How are you? All right, so let's jump in so we can share some projects with you tonight. All right, so one of our cards, I'm going to go ahead and put these out, and then we will get started. I am out of envelopes. Can you believe that? I am out of envelopes. So I'm trying not to get my pieces mixed up. I have no idea how I am out of envelopes. Hello, Mom. So this is card 1. And then here is card 2. Okay. And then here is card 3, and this one is kind of a fun fold, but these are the 3 cards that we will be doing tonight for the monthly online card class. Okay, so let's dive in and get started, because I do have to stamp and do some cutting. Normally I try to get everything pre-cut, but with this set, I've got to stamp, and I didn't want to stamp wrong and cut wrong. So let's get our stamping done. For the first card, I am using the thick basic white. I am using the designer series paper out of the Gathered Together set. And then this is the Early Espresso using the big leaf die. And then, of course, I've got the acorns up there as well. All right, so let's dive in here. So we need our Early Espresso. We are going to take our stamp that says, "Your friendship means the world to me." And we're going to stamp those along with, we've got to stamp our little acorn. So I am just loving this fall stuff. I'm probably going to jump around a little bit just because, and I know some people have already reached out to me and have told me that they don't do Halloween, but I've got some cute stamp sets and some cute ideas that I want to do for Halloween. Even though I don't do Halloween either, I do have some cute card ideas that I want to play with, and I'm going to do that this weekend. So I know some don't do Halloween, but we are probably going to have a little session, just because, one, I purchased the sets, so I need to use them, because I don't normally order sets, and I order my sets, but then I don't reorder until I've used sets. So I've got to use them at least one time. I know, but I don't do the scary, gory things for Halloween, so we will make them. I do more fall things with Halloween designs than anything. So hopefully you'll hang in there with me. All right, so I'm stamping the acorn in the Early Espresso. And I'm going to do 2. And I should be able to cut these both out of that piece. All right. Then I want to stamp my sentiment on my basic white cardstock, and I'm doing that in the Early Espresso also. All right, so let's pray that I get this down correctly. I don't care for that. We're going to do this. This is why it is great to stamp before you put your paper down onto your card base, because if you mess up, you can always flip it and start over. And that is what I'm going to do. We are starting over. Daggum. I did it again, guys. I stamped too high, so I'm going to try it one more time. And I think what it is, oh, come on. Why can't you find the right size scrap paper when you need it? I think what it is I'm trying to stay too high up in the camera. So I'm going to center it down just a little bit. Let's see. What was my measurement on here? Hold on, guys. I got to see what the measurement was. It is 3 3/4 by 1 1/8. Okay. So let's do 1 1/8. I know, right? I am so sorry that I messed up not only one time, but I messed up 2 times. Oh, okay, Kathy, thank you. I got you now. Yes, I am going to move down. So, we are going to try this way. Let's try it now. We're going to scoot it down and kind of lean over it. 3 times is a charm, right? Aha, there we go. Look at there. Got it. All right, so now we're going to take our adhesive and we are going to put this onto our early espresso. Okay. We're going to center that sorta and put that directly onto there. All right, so we're going to close this up because we do not need to get ink everywhere, right? All right, so now what I've got to do, I got to clean these stamps off real quick. I'm going to constantly clean my stamps tonight. Normally I don't do this, but because of all the white on the cardstocks and things, I would hate for one of the stamps to accidentally be bumped over and get ink all over my cards. So we're going to clean them as we go. Also, I've got to do some die cutting too, and that's another reason. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to pull my die cut machine over so we can start cutting our leaf out. And I'm going to set this right here. It's going to make some noise, but that's okay. Let's see. Let's get our leaf out. We are going to use this leaf. If you purchase this set, I wanted to share with you, you have to take both pieces when you go to cut it out. If you only take this piece, it's only going to indent the card. It will not cut it. So it will poke all the little holes in your cardstock, but it will not cut. So you have to have both pieces for it to cut. Now, also these dies are meant, this leaf and this one, it is meant for my sewers out there. You can take this linen thread and you can weave it in here and it will stitch the thread into the card stock. I am not a sewer, so I am not trying that tonight. I won't say I will never try it, but I am not trying that tonight. I would love to see what it looked like, and that might be a weekend project, but tonight we're going to just put this on my die cut machine with the cardstock, and we're going to run this through and cut. So let me do that real quick. I'm going to be right here on the same table. I moved my die cut machine. All right, and now my camera's going to shake a minute. So, there we go. And let's take our plate off. And here is our leaf. Now, we have our little funsy, let's put this over here so I can have my workspace. Now, we've got these little things here. You can take your pick tool and you can poke these out, or you can just leave them in there, either way. But this is where the linen thread would go through these holes by running it through that machine. But again, I have not tried that before, so I don't know what it does. I just know I'm not doing it tonight. I will see if I can play with it and see if it works. And if so, I will do a video, like a real quick kind of TikTok type video to share, a reel. That's what I was trying to think of, doing a reel so you can see it that way. All right, so here's our leaf. Oh, we didn't cut our acorns out, guys. Oh, get the machine back. We got to cut our acorns. I tell you, some days I wonder if my little brain is connected. All right, let's get our acorn out of here. All right, so we're going to run this through and we're going to cut 2 acorns out. All right. So, since everybody should have their catalog or has looked through online, what is your favorite set? I would love to know your favorite set. What is your favorite set so far? I would love to know what is your favorite set. And if you don't have a catalog and you're not currently working with a demonstrator, I would be happy to talk with you and send you a catalog if you are interested. Just make a comment saying catalog and I will get with you and get it out to you. But what is your favorite set? I have got so many. You like the squirrel, Kathy? Yeah, I was not sure about the squirrel, but I had a customer that was interested in it but wanted to see some things. So I purchased it, played with it, and oh my gosh, I am in love with the little squirrel. And those sets I normally don't go to. I don't normally buy the little cutesy animal stamp sets. And it's so funny because I live on a farm, but you would never know that some days because I do not go to those types of stamp sets. But I am loving the little squirrel. He is like the bomb. I cannot wait. I've scored my card base wrong. Oops. I cannot wait until the weekend when I create the projects for Craft Along because I haven't done that yet, but that is the bundle that we are doing for Craft Along, which is September the 29th. And if you place your order if you order Craft Along, you can add that bundle on, and it is shipping free because I pay for the shipping and the tax on that. And then whenever I send you your crafting kit, I pay that then. So if you add to it, so if you go out there and you do the add, if you purchase the class and then you do add the bundle, I pay tax and shipping on that for you. So it's a great deal, so don't miss out. All right. And the same thing with Creativity Club. If you subscribe to it, you can purchase this bundle, and I pay shipping and tax for it as well. Because with Creativity Club or any kits that I mail out, I cannot do any stamping. That is against the Stampin' Up policy. So if you want your projects to be identical to mine, then you have to order that bundle. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put our leaf down now. We've got it all ready. We've got our designer paper glued down. All right, so we're going to just put a little bit of adhesive. I'm trying to stay out of the little holes, so I didn't want it to get in there. We're going to take this and we're going to drop it down just like that. And then our words, we are going to take those. And you know, I didn't do it on the sample, but I am going to do it on here. I'm going to use dimensionals. So we're going to put 2 and 2 because you don't want the middle to sag. And then we're going to do 2 on the end. All right. Yeah, Kathy, I'm looking at that branching out set. I love the dies that go with that set, but I'm not sure if I like the stamp set itself. So I'm still playing with that idea. All right, so we're going to take this and we're going to drop it right at the top here. And then we're going to take our adhesive and put on the back of our acorn. And we're going to put one there. And then we're going to take this other one. And we're going to do this. And then we're going to drop this one right in between those words. Then we're going to take our linen thread. And by the way, I love this linen thread. It is thicker than our normal linen thread. So I really love this. All right, so I'm going to do, and this one, I didn't do it on the sample card, but on this one, I'm actually going to do a double knot. Not a double knot, a double bow. Okay, so we're going to snip it up at the top here. I'm also getting ready to start my Christmas series in between all of the fall things that we've got going on. And then I will be having information on my one-day retreat that is November the 1st. The demonstrator that's helping me on it, she just left out to go to Alaska. And when she comes back from vacation, her and I are going to sit down and go through it and get it together. So keep the date available because it is coming November the 1st. All right. So we got our double bow here. I really love this. We're going to snip these ends off because they're a little too long. And then we're going to take our glue dots, and I'm going to just roll that glue dot up, and I'm going to stick it right on the back here, and I'm going to get another one as well. And we're going to put both of these on here. We're going to double it up just because I want to make sure it stays on. All right. And then that's going to go between the two acorns. All right, there is card number 1. Okay, card number 1. Let's move on to card number 2. Who is ready for card number 2? I am just loving this. Here is card number 2. And this paper just, it is so gorgeous. All right, so the cardstock that I'm using is crushed curry and basic white are the two colors. I am using I am using crushed curry ink, crushed Cajun Craze ink, and early espresso. And what I did with the designer paper is I've got two pieces. I've got the flower or the leaf piece and the plaid piece, and they're going to go onto the card base just like that. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to put our adhesive on the back here, and we are going to center that right there. Then we're going to take our plaid piece and we're going to put our adhesive on it. And then this is going to go right here. And then we have this little strip that's going to go in between. And this is going to be just like if you were using a ribbon or anything like that. And then nobody knows that you spliced your cardstock. All right, and then that just gives you 3 pieces of that beautiful designer series paper. All right, so then we have our envelope, the inside piece, and I did not do it on mine, but I am going to stamp on the inside of this one, and I am going to just stamp the leaves, nothing major. We're going to take the leaves and we're going to stamp them in this corner. Let's do, I really love crushed curry. This is one of my favorite fall colors is crushed curry. So we're going to take this and we're going to stamp into the ink pad. We're going to tap it and then we're going to just stamp the leaf in the corner there. Okay, and then how about we take the berries and do the Cajun Craze. And like I said, I didn't do it on mine, but I want to do it on this one. We're going to stamp this in Cajun Craze. We're going to stamp that toward the bottom. And why don't we take it and do it on this side as well? Oh, beautiful. All right, guys, that is going to be the inside of our card. And we're done with that. So we're going to just here, put our adhesive on it and adhere it to our card base. All right. Hello, Nancy. All right, so now we are needing to, I thought I cut that out. Oh, wow. Maybe, all right, so we got to cut our label out. All right, here we go. I don't know what I did. I thought I did. Because that part, I wasn't stamping, so I thought I cut it out. Oh, well, let's just go for it. I'm putting my basic white here, and then I need the dye, my peaceful dye. Let's see, what did I do with the dyes? That might be why. There they are. Okay, remember the label is coming out of Peace on Earth dyes. Thank you, Nancy. Yeah, I am falling in love with all the fall stamp sets. It is so hard to choose which ones to get and which ones not to get. That is why I'm having you guys vote and tell me things that y'all like in the catalog, because I will be so broke if I bought everything that I'm liking. Between the online exclusives and the catalog, I am over the moon with this product that Stampin' Up! Has just released, because this has been a awesome setup that they've done for us this go around. We haven't had this many great options in a long time. So, all right, so it's time to do our sentiment here. We're going to do this in, oh no, that would not have been good. I stamped the sentiment in crushed curry. No, no, no. That's why we need ink pads always closed up. All right, let me get all that off of there. I need the early espresso, and I'm going to stamp the sentiment first this time. When I did my sample, I stamped the leaves around it, and then I came very close for my sentiment. So we're going to stamp the sentiment first, because I kind of want it in the center. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, so now we're going to close this up. And let's clean our leaves off. Oh, you like the Merry Christmas on page 16. All right, I have to get my catalog, because now you want me, now I got to see what's on page 16. I got you, Debbie. We will get that in 1 second, and I will take a look at that. I think that's the set that's like Merry Christmas, the traditional Christmas that's got the dies, and it's like a banner die, I believe. Because if it's that, yeah, I've been really looking at that, because I love that banner die. I'll look at it in 1 second. Let me get this card here done. And then we'll go take a breather and look. All right, so I'm stamping in crushed curry. And I am going to do the leaf right on the edge here. All right. And then we are going to do Cajun Craze. And we're only going to do part of this leaf. You know what? I probably should be putting something under here, because I'm stamping off. And it's going to get all over the desk. So let's just go ahead and do that. Let's get a piece of scrap, and I want to stamp off and then stamp on. Perfect. All right, now we're going to do our berries and the crushed curry. And that is going to go right there. And then I need the crushed curry again, because I see we stamped a little bit down here. All right, so there is the sentiment. Now let's get all these cleaned up again. And I am just cleaning these with my chamois. So I love the chamois because you don't have to have any cleanser. You can just put it under water and wet it, and it cleans your stamps. Does not hurt any of our product because it's just pure water. Now, it would hurt if you just laid it on paper. Don't think that, but overall, it don't hurt our stamps. All right. So I have got to stamp the acorn, and we got to stamp the berries and crushed curry. And then we got to cut those out, and then we'll be ready to assemble this card. All right, so we're going to do the berries right there, and then the acorn is going to be early espresso, and we're going to stick him right there. All right, so let's close out these ink pads. And get them off of the desk, because desk is getting cluttery. That's when you know you're really crafting, right? When your desk is all dirty and can't see it. Those are the good times, right? And then some people, that would be really nerve-wracking to them. It does get to me sometimes, depending on where I'm at in my process of prepping and designing. All right, so let's do this real quick. We're cutting out our acorn, and we got to cut out our berries. So where is my berry die? Hold on, guys. All right, my berries. Well, let's see. There we go. All right. I'm cutting them out, guys. I'm just lining them up. These small dies, it takes a few minutes to get them exactly where you need them. Because that little acorn, he'll move around on you real quick if you're not careful. We used this in the in-person card class on Monday night, and they kept, the little dies kept dropping everywhere. We almost needed a magnet to connect them. All right, so here we go. Ready to assemble this now. We are going to put our label down. All right, we're going to take this and we're going to put it right there. We're going to take our acorn and we're going to put it down in the bottom of the card here. And then we're going to take the little berry die cut and do the same thing. Put the adhesive on the back, and then we're going to put that right there. All right, now I see that I was supposed to do one other stamp with this one. We need the crushed curry and the Cajun craze, and we are supposed to cut these two leaves out. Oh, this is why I like to die cut prior, and then I don't have to keep going back and forth because I missed cutting something. So I do apologize for that, but that is part of crafting, so you can see the process that we do to prep. So we're going to take this leaf and we're going to stamp it in crushed curry. And then we're going to take this one into crushed curry. And this is Cajun craze and crushed curry. I said it backwards. And also, we're going to then take our dies and cut this out. And we're almost finished, guys. And then I'm going to share with you the some of the card swaps that I have gotten this week from my card swap. I won't do them all tonight just because it's 42 cards. So we'll do some tonight, and then when I go live on Sunday, I will share some more. And then I may just do a reel and kind of share some as well, because I do have some gorgeous cards to share with you. And of course, doing that made me want more, because the Christmas line that's in there I was not getting, but after I see the paper with the designs of it, now I want that. But I have to be careful because Christmas, I can really overbuy for Christmas stuff, and then I won't have time to use it all. So I got to be careful with Christmas. But it does make my Christmas cards easy because I got a variety, and I'm not making 150-ish cards of all the same thing. So I do like variety of Christmas stamp sets. All right, so for this, we're going to take this and we're going to tuck it under. Oops, and do the same thing with this one right here. We're going to take it and we're going to tuck it under on that side. Then we're going to take our embellishments and our pick tool, and we're going to finish this one off by putting our bling on here. These gorgeous, gorgeous gems. And we're going to put that one right down there. All right, there is card number 2. Card number 2. I am just loving it. I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. Because after tonight, I got to stop creating and clean my room up. Oh my gosh, guys, I need a craft fairy to come in and clean my room. It is unreal. Unreal. All right, so there is card number 2. So let's go to card number 3. And like I said earlier, this is kind of a fun fold type card. Let me take all the goodies out of it. So this is the card that we're going to do for card number 3. And this one is a half a pack. So you make your regular card and then you cut it and then you just glue this side completely down. So this is kind of a fun fold card. All right, so what I'm doing now is I have my old olive cardstock. Okay. Yeah, let me find that craft fairy first, okay? But if I find her, she might really get lost in my room because I got so much stuff pulled out. But if I do find the craft fairy, I will send her your way when we're done with her. Yes, I think we all could benefit from a craft fairy from time to time. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am wanting to cut my cardstock right here. So I am coming over here and I am going to put this at, I believe it is at a ½ inch, but let's double check. Oh, not centimeters. Whew, wrong number. This is going to be at 1 1/4. So we're going to go over here to our measure and do 1 1/4. Now you're going to take this and you're going to cut it all the way down to your score mark. But don't go past your score mark because then your card will be messed up. All right. So we got that now cut. So we're good to go there. All right. Now what I want to do is I want to take this side and I'm going to put adhesive on the inside. And if you use liquid glue, that's fine too. But you just want to take this now and you're going to hook it completely down. All right. And then you're going to fold the front piece of this one down too. We're going to take our plaid. This is cut at 1 inch by 5 1/8. And then we're going to put our adhesive on the back of it. Okay. And then we're going to just put it straight onto our card right here. And you're putting that on the piece that we glued down. Then we're going to take our other piece and we're going to put it right there. Okay. This paper just, the paper here that I'm using, it does the work for you. so you don't have to do a lot of stamping, a lot of die cutting, a lot of embellishments, because this paper does it for you. All right, then I'm going to take this and we're going to stamp the inside with our leaf, and we're going to use the Early Espresso. And before I put it down, I want to stamp my leaf, because I like to stamp before I glue, because if I mess up, I can always turn it around or get another piece of cardstock. And then that way I don't mess the base of my card up. All right, so now we're going to open this up and we're ready to put our inside in here. Okay, and then we're going to put this right here. All right, perfect. Now we're needing to stamp our sentiment. And again, I used the die out of the Peace on Earth die. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put that there. But we need to stamp our sentiment, and I'm going to use the Many Thanks on here. Many Thanks. And let's get the glue dot. Thanks, Kathy. Yeah, it's I want to say it's called split card technique. That's what I'm calling it, the split. All right, so we're going to stamp that right in the middle. Okay, and then we're going to put some adhesive. No, not adhesive. We're going to do our dimensionals, if I can find them. Okay. Here. Then we're going to do one in the middle and then two on the edge. And then, of course, we got to pop off the backs. Okay. And then we're going to take this. And this is going to overlap, but that's okay, as long as you don't have your dimensionals or your adhesive on the line. And I come real close because I did not realize until after the fact. All right, then what I want to do is I'm going to take my Early Espresso here, and I'm going to just swirl it around, and I'm going to kind of loop it around my fingers a couple of times. And then we're going to cut this off. Okay. We're going to take our glue dots and we are going to stick it onto our linen thread. And I'm grabbing the end pieces so I can tuck them under the label and you won't see them. So I'm going to do one more glue dot. Okay. If I can get this from sticking on my fingers here. And then we're going to take this and we're going to tuck it under there. And it's going to stay down because I got the glue dot holding it down. And actually, this one's wanting to stick up a little more than I care for it. So we're going to take care of that. And we're going to just put a glue dot right there and that will hold it down. Okay? Now we got to take our embellishments. And this is the last little bit. And then we're done. So we're going to take and do 2 of the small. And we're going to put one up here. And then we're going to do one down here. All right. And there is card number 3. I hope you enjoyed those as much as I have. I am loving this set. And again, this set is the featured set for Creativity Club. And you can sign up by clicking the link in this video. As long as you do it by September the 15th, you will get this kit, the Creativity Club kit. There's going to be 5 projects in that kit. And then for tonight, let's do that. And then I will pull out the samples that I got from Card Swaps. For tonight, here is the card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3 are the 3 cards for tonight. You can get these cards by placing a minimum $40 order with me this week, and then I will send you all the projects, all of the supplies to make these projects, except I will not send stamped images. Thanks, Nancy. No stamped images, so if you want the leaves and the wording, then you're going to need to purchase the bundle, which is the Gathering Moments, okay? All right, so there is our cards for tonight. Now let's pull out some of the samples that I got so I can share those with you for the card swap. But I also got to get me a catalog. Let's see, hold on. I just got a whole pack of them. So let me see Debbie's stamp set that's on page 16. And again, let me know what you're looking at, what you like, what you'd like to see me do, because I need help in narrowing down stamp sets. And other eyes will pick things that I don't normally do, like the squirrel. I would never have purchased that, but I am so glad I did. Oh, yes, you like the A Child is Born, Debbie. Yes, I do have that, and that is going to be on one of my Sunday Facebook Lives. I am starting Christmas series this Sunday, and then it's going to alternate every other Sunday. It's going to be Christmas, and then I'm mixing fall in between that and some regular things. So this will be featured. I do have that set. But the one, and it might be an online exclusive set that I'm thinking of. Let's see. The one, nope, there it is. This is the set that I am loving, the Traditions of Christmas. I love, let me turn this page here. I love these dies. They are just so gorgeous. The dies that I'm looking at is on page 22. And I've got a lot of card swaps using this paper line right here. And I was not crazy about it because it's pinks and all of that. And to me, that's not Christmas. But after getting the swaps, I am in love with this set. So it is on the shopping cart. I just haven't done anything yet to push that button. All right, so let's do some card swaps here. I am not going to be able to tell you everybody's name because then we would be here forever. And we are right at our 1 hour, and I try not to go past that. But I did want to share some of these with you. I'm going to just say to give credit to all the demonstrators out there that did the card swap with Creating Success with Rhonda's group. These cards were made from those demonstrators in her training sessions. And so kudos to all of the demonstrators for sharing your talent with us. And I am thankful that I get to share your designs. So here is one of the designs that I got. This is using that Christmas set that I was not sure about, but these are the dies and that designer paper there. I'm making sure, yeah, there we go. Okay, I wanted to make sure the glare was off of it. All right, so there is that one. And then this is the autumn. Ooh, I'm going to have to take them out of the sleeves, so give me a second. So this is using one of the autumn bundles. I think it's called Autumn Toll Bundle. So that is one of the cards. These are all card swaps that I received from Creating Success with Rhonda. I am in her group stuff, and these are the cards that I received from the card swap out of her group. All right, here is another one. This is also using the autumn. Beautiful, beautiful. We are going to be doing some more with these bundles as well as time goes on. I'm just getting into the thing. This one, Debbie, you're going to like this one here. This is the Child is Born. I love how she took the designer paper and tore this. So, that one is really beautiful, and I love that one. Let's see. And then we have, this one is the Give Back for Cancer Awareness for Stampin' Up's community project. So here is that one. All right, and this stamp set is called Love and Courage. And then this one is from stamp set here, was designed by Sharon Armstrong. She is a $1 million seller, and one of the things that they get to do as a $1 million seller is they get to create their own stamp set. So she created this stamp set. It is in the mini catalog. Let's see, it's toward the back. It's called Happy. Let's see, it's just a stamp set. Let me see if I can find. It's called Happy Place. And in the catalog, it is on page 60. And there is the different stamp sets that come in there. And she was so funny when she designed it. She thought about all of us Southerners, and she's got a Hey Y'all stamp set, a stamp in there that says Hey Y'all. Love it. Thank you, Sharon, for that. So that is the card that she used, a stamp set there, and that is a fun fold, and that is gorgeous. All right. So this is why it is so fun to be part of a team, because you get to participate in things like this. Just because you're a demonstrator, you do not have to sell, you do not have to be online or any of that. It is just fun to be able to collaborate with the other demonstrators. Here is another Christmas one, and this is a gift holder, so you can put a gift card there. This is another thing that is great to be part of Stampin' Up family, because you get to do things like this, and it's so fun to meet and mingle with the other demonstrators. This one is using that set that I said I wasn't gonna get it until I seen this. This is such a gorgeous set. And then it opens up, maybe, hold on, there we go. And then the inside there. All right. Then we have, and this is another one that I'm struggling with. I weren't gonna get it, and I haven't got it, but I really am thinking about it because I love gingerbread. And look at this. Isn't that so stinking cute, guys? I love this. And it's called Sugar and Spice and Everything Nice. I love that. I am really trying, but I do love gingerbread. So, this one's probably going to win because I do love it. All right, so what else am I going to share tonight? Let's see what else we got here. All right, let's see. We have, here is another one with the Child is Born. This one here. And I love how they did this. They cut baby Jesus out and cut a slit in the manger and inserted him in there. Love that. That is different. Let's see. And then here is another fall card. Let's see. This is using one of the, this is the Autumn Toll. I do not have this, but I did see another demonstrator do something with this deer cutout, and I really loved it. But I probably will not get it for that. And then half of a tree. That is so cute. Love how she did that. All right. And then we got one more we're going to share. One more. And then this one is the Peaceful Garden set. This one is different. This bundle here is it's used for all kinds of things. It's not just a Christmas, but isn't that gorgeous? And it's got glitter paper with it, and the paper is just absolutely phenomenal. Looks like, oh, how beautiful. Look at that, guys. Isn't that gorgeous? And then she did the different layers of the designer paper in squares. Love that. All right, so that is part of the card swap. Now on Sunday, I will share the other part of the cards, other cards that I got. But that right there is what I've got so far to share with you. I'm not going to take up any more time because, like I said, I do try to keep it within our hour. All right, guys, remember the monthly online card class. Here are your 3 cards. If you are interested in getting these kits, place a minimum order of $40 by this weekend, and you will get all the product to make these cards. All right, guys, I will be back on Sunday, September the 14th. Until then, have a wonderful and blessed week. Thank you.